Y'all, what is up? It's your girl EJ, and welcome back to the recap, y'all. Now, today we're going to be talking about Zatima, season 1, episodes 5 and 6. And y'all, it was a whole lot going on in this episode, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, y'all, so this episode is going to start out with your boy Zach up to some shenanigans. Now, he's going to see this chick getting out of the car, and it's going to be this young lady by the name of Deja, and Deja is looking to rent the spot next door to him. Now, she's going to be looking for Zach, and of course, Zach is going to be all like, you know, who looking for Zach? Why they looking for Zach? Who is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, he doing like 99 questions because he want to make sure it's not about to be no more drama with somebody popping up at his house, because he already done had Heather popping up. He done had Karen popping up. He just like, look, I don't need no more people popping up. You had Belinda. I mean, it was just a lot. So I kind of felt where Zach was going with this. But nevertheless, he's going to show her around, and you're going to see a lot of little subtle flirting with them. I mean, it was subtle, but they were still definitely flirting. Now, meanwhile, his boys are going to show up, Nate and Tony. And of course, they always see a woman and they just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even Nate married self, he just do the most. So anyway, your girl Fatima is going to be going through it because, you know, she had spoken with Ian, and Ian told her that he was dying. And Angela's just going to be like, look, you know, are you going to be able to handle this? Because Zatima has decided that Fatima has decided that she's going to go and meet with Ian and have coffee with him. And Fatima is just like, yeah, I can handle it. So meanwhile, your boy Zach is back at his place. You know, his boys have stopped by and they just doing the most. And your girl Valerie is going to come by. Now, this is another person that it seems like they are doing this subtle flirting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm just reading more into this, but it definitely feels like there is some flirting going on. I mean, it's not like a lot, but it feels like there's definitely something. I don't know. Zach needs to watch himself, because he seemed like he might be getting himself into a little bit of trouble with all these females that's popping up. But anyway, y'all, so if you remember from last couple of episodes, Valerie is the real estate agent who is helping him with his property. So, you know, that's why she's there. Anyway, she's the one who put Deja onto the property. So anyway, they discuss business and do whatever they need to do. And then your girl Fatima is going to meet up with Ian. Now, when she meets up with Ian, you know, Ian is trying to apologize to her because apparently Ian did her hella wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did a lot to her. And as she sits and she explains like a lot of the things that he did, I'm just like, dang, Ian, you really are a fuck boy. I mean, excuse my French, y'all, but he really is. Like, dang. I mean, the way that he did her was just so wrong. And it feels like she needs to get all of this out, because it feels like she's still really angry about everything that happened, you know, with their situation. So it feels like she just needs to get all of this out. So although he is there to make amends with her, she is letting him know, you know, like, hey, you know, I mean, pretty much like, what are you sorry for? And then she just starts listing out all of these different things that he did. The way he left her right after he talked her into having an abortion, and then he leaves her while she was still healing, and he goes off and he marries this other woman. I mean, it feels like karma came back to bite him in the ass. I mean, it's sad that he has cancer, you know, and that he's in stage 4 and that he's going to die. But I mean, come on, Ian, like, that was a straight just bust a move, like, seriously. So anyway, y'all, as they are sitting there talking, Ian is accepting everything that she has to say. You know what I'm saying? But he does ask, like, hey, you know, my mom wants to talk to you. Can you, you know, go talk to my mom? And apparently Fatima and his mom were really close. So, you know, of course she's going to think about doing so. Now, as they're getting ready to leave, you know, they're going to hug each other and say their goodbyes. And of course, your boy Tony is outside because he had ran to the store to get some beers, and he's outside and he's seeing this. Now, keep in mind that Tony has never met Fatima, but he did see the pictures when they were at the house. He was going through, you know, his boy stuff, and he saw her picture. So that's how he knows that this is Fatima. And of course, he gonna snap a few pics of it because, you know, he a good friend. And you know, what would a good friend, why would a friend not snap these pictures? He don't know what's going on. He just, you know, he see a situation and he, you know, got to make sure that he has some proof before he say something. So anyway, y'all, they are back at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And, they're all having a good time, and they're trying to talk Zach into going out to this party with them, to this pool party with them. But Zach is like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to stay at the crib. I'm going to stay at the house. And he just don't want to go out with them at all. So, it is what it is. But of course, they're going to try to talk him into it. Now, meanwhile, while Zach has to go take care of something, your boy Tony is going to be telling Nate, like, look, I saw, her at the coffee shop with this dude. And I don't know, it's like your boy Nate just went from 0 to 100. Now, Nate is a little bit drunk, y'all. Now, Nate has been drinking a lot. But he did go from 0 to 100, and he is ready to ride for his boy. He like, nope, she not finna play my boy like this. And, they're about to meet Fatima for the first time. And they're meeting her under these circumstances of seeing her with somebody else and not knowing the full story. So that's already interesting in itself. So when they actually get ready to go meet her, first she's going to come in, she's going to talk to Zach. And of course, Zach is going to sense that something is wrong with her. But she's just like, we'll talk about it later. And she really doesn't want to talk about the situation right then. So anyway, they're going to come in and they're going to, talk to her, and they're going to be a little aggressive. They're going to be a little bit rude, to be honest. Like, you could tell that there was some moments that you could feel that something wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Fatima could feel it, because she was just like, it was nice to meet y'all. But it was kind of like, I think it was nice to meet y'all rather than it was nice to meet y'all. So anyway, after all of this, Nate is just kind of going to be going in like, we need you to go to this party with us. And then finally, he's just going to be like, look, show him the picture. Show him the picture. You know what I'm saying? And so he's going to go ahead and show Zach the picture. And then once Zach sees this picture, it's like Zach's whole demeanor just changes. Now, once again, y'all already know that I did not look at the that I didn't look at Sisters. I only looked at the first few episodes. Now, the first episode that I did see, because I have started watching it now because I'm going to be recapping it. But I did see the first episode where we find out that Zach cheated on Karen, you know what I'm saying? And he's apologizing for it, I guess, or whatnot. And I'm just like, maybe he gets to see how it feels to be cheated on now, or, think that you're being cheated on, because we all know that Fatima didn't actually cheat on him. But just, you see this emotion inside of him, he's darn near in tears, like he's tearing up because he's, so hurt. And so, I don't know, it's just like, okay. But, Nate is still a little bit too turned up for me right now. Like, Nate is just ready to go. And I'm like, okay, Nate, I'm going to need you to calm down, take it down 2 notches or something, because you are doing the most right now. But, however, I can say that it's kind of cool to see, a guy have a friend like this who's like ready to ride or die for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, how your girls be like, hey, we can go slash these tires. We can go do whatever you need to do. It's kind of like, Nate was kind of on that same stuff. Like, look, whatever, we can do whatever. But anyway, Zach is just not trying to hear. Like, this relationship means a lot to Zach, and you can tell that it means a lot to him, and that he's really trying really hard in this relationship. And so you could just see all of the the emotion that he was feeling at that moment as he's looking at that picture. And he's just like, they got to tell Nate to leave because Nate just too rah-rah. So they, Nate goes sit in the car, and Tony try to make sure that his boy is okay and all that good stuff. Meanwhile, after they leave, they're going to be, winding down, getting ready for, the rest of their evening. Fatima's taking a bath. Your boy Zach is taking a shower. And Zach is going to start to ask all these questions. Zach is going to start asking questions like, how was your day? Did nothing happen at work today? Like, he's trying to get her to tell him about this whole having coffee with Ian thing, until finally he keeps asking, and she's just like, look, do you got something to ask me? You know what I'm saying? And so finally she tells him that she had coffee with Ian, but she still doesn't go into any detail. And Zach in this moment needs to know what is going on. Like, he needs this information. It's just, I don't know if he needs to feel secure or what it is. Like, he just needs to know what was going on, but she's not really giving him the details because she's not ready to talk about it. And I guess that's cool to not be ready to talk about it, but it just feels like, with Zach, I mean, he done had all these things kind of pop up, baby mamas and all types of stuff going on, that it just feels like maybe you should give him an explanation in that moment just to help him to feel a little more secure. Not saying that she has to do this. I'm just saying maybe it might be a good thing to just tell him exactly what was going on so that he knows that it wasn't on no, that it wasn't on no sneak stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, in this moment, she's not ready to talk about it and she's not going to tell him. And so he's going to decide at that moment that he's going to go out. And then Fatima's just like, don't go out and do nothing stupid. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, Zach probably finna go out and do something stupid. But anyway, y'all, I threw this clip in because y'all remember the other episode where Fatima actually gets up into their room. I'm like, so if this is the front of the house, how in the heck did Fatima jump her ass up there on that balcony and get in that room, y'all? I don't even know. That still dumbfounds me. Anyway, y'all, Fatima's going to call her girl Angela because she's going to need somebody to come and sit and talk with her. Right now Angela is with her boo thing, her and Bryce. They already telling each other they love each other and all types of stuff. I guess it was like love at first sight. I don't know. Because from my understanding, they had only been together for a few weeks in the first few episodes that we looked at. And now they all in love and booed up. So your boy Nate is already turned up at the party. You know what I'm saying? He's just doing too much. And so Zach is going to make it to the party, and then he's going to run into Deja. Now, Deja, of course, is the chick who is the potential tenant. And they're going to be striking up a conversation, and we're going to find out that she is actually there to dance at the party. And she's like, yeah, I have this job during the day, but this is what I do at night, and they're, and then she kind of talks him into coming back into the party because Zach was getting ready to leave. He had called Bryce to get him to talk him off the ledge, you know what I'm saying, and get him, and he was going to go home, or at least go talk to Bryce, rather. He wasn't going to go home. But she talks him into coming back into the party. So now she's back in the party and she doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? And they're making this eye contact. And I'm just like, come on, Zach, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get caught up, Zach. Don't do it. But you already know Zach starts drinking and drinking and drinking, and he gonna get a little lit, and next thing you know, he's getting a little lap dance from Deja, who is also his potential. Well, it's not even potential at this point, because when they were out talking, he actually gave her the keys to the place. So now this is the chick that's going to live next door to you. And I'm already like, Zach, you probably need to pick a guy to move next door, because you don't need no chick, especially no chick that you think is hot. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that next door to you. But anyway, his boys are kind of cheering him on as he's dancing, behind Deja and stuff. So anyway, Bryce is going to end up coming to the party to get him, because your boy Zach is gone. You know what I'm saying? He is super throwed. And he's going to come to get him, and you can tell Zach, he just out of there. So eventually he's able to coax him out and get him out of there. Meanwhile, your girl, Fatima is at the house talking to Angela, and this guy just shows up, and turns out it is Zach's brother. Now, apparently, once again, I don't have all the backstory on Zach's family, but it appears that Zach and his brother are, estranged, that they don't talk to each other very much. I remember earlier in the first episode, the friend asked him about his brother, or tells him that he gonna tell his brother about this place or whatever. That's probably how he found out. One of them probably told him, more than likely. Probably Nate, most likely. But anyway, so he just pops up, and he's just like, he's looking at the house, and he's kind of trying to ask her some question. He wants to come in. I mean, he's just being very weird, So anyway, Fatima's just like, you need to come back when he's here, because he's not here right now. So anyway, they go go back and forth like that for a little while, and eventually he leaves. So anyway, they get back to talking, Angela and Fatima, and Belinda is texting Fatima, but she of course is not answering her text messages, so she's texting Angela as well. And then Angela just cannot lie, y'all. Angela is horrible at lying. Like, she don't have a good poker face. Like, girl, you would not be able to lie your way out of nothing at all. So anyway, Fatima wants to see her phone, and she don't want her to see the phone. She don't want her to see the text that she had just sent her. And so Fatima eventually gets the phone from her, and then she puts her face up to it, and she tries to make this weird face so that the Face ID doesn't work. That part was actually pretty funny, y'all. And anyway, she opens up the phone, and lo and behold, someone has taken a picture of your boy Zach and Deja. Now, it is really, I probably should go ahead and mention at this point that your girl Heather was at that party, because she had that lime green hair and you just could not miss her. Now, she never walked up to Zach, never comes and says anything to Zach. I don't even know if, they never bring these two together in this particular episode, but you can tell that there's clearly a lot of people there, and maybe maybe Belinda ass was there, who knows, but Heather was definitely at that party, and somebody took this doggone picture, and Belinda sent it to her. So that's kind of how everything kind of ends. So I guess we shall see next week how Fatima is going to handle this whole situation, because they both at this point are at odds. He's mad about her going to see Ian and not telling him what's up with it, you know what I'm saying? Not talking to him. And then now he done got caught up in a picture with his potential next door neighbor, his tenant about to move in next door. And it's just a lot, y'all. Like, your boy Zach is doing the most. And I'm not saying that Fatima wasn't wrong for not talking to him, because I feel like they both could have done a little bit more communicating, because I feel like, it's always a cause and effect. Because Fatima didn't communicate with Zach and didn't tell him what he needed to hear in that moment, his ass went out and did something stupid, which was get drunk and, let somebody take a picture of him with somebody that was, with the stripper, and then, a stripper that actually is going to move in next door to them. So I don't know how that's all gonna work out. Fatima a little crazy, y'all. I don't know if old girl gonna have a place to live. She might not want to try to move in. She might want to find her a new place of residence before she even move in, y'all. Okay, y'all, so that's what's up with Zatima season 1, episodes 5 and 6. Let me know what y'all thought about this whole situation. Was Fatima wrong for not letting Zach in on what was going on with Ian, or do you think Zach was overreacting? And do you think your boy Zach is about to get himself into some serious trouble with moving this girl Deja in next door, y'all? Now go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Until next time, guys, peace.